What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and today we're going over tonight's Royal Rumble 2018 pay-per-view match list. And sad to say it, but I feel like a lot of people probably feel right now. After watching TakeOver last night, I am not excited for the Royal Rumble anymore. I'm done. I'm done for wrestling for the weekend. So I'm probably going to be tuning in and out of this pay-per-view, to be honest, just looking at this match card. And the main difference between NXT and the main roster, I'm just going to start saying this. The main difference between NXT and WWE is NXT takes its time and gives you simple, digestible nuggets that you can enjoy without trying to throw so many things at you all at once like the WWE does. Because last night, 5 matches all gave you something a little bit different, but everything delivered no matter what it was. So I'll try to give you a more detailed review after I record this one. But just quickly to go along with what I'm saying, you have from the Velveteen Dream Cash's Ono match, which was a match that was literally made probably like 2 or 3 days ago. And how fun it was. It wasn't the best match on the show. It was probably one of the weakest matches. But when you have a 3.5 star match being your weakest match on the card, you're doing something right. Especially, like I said, when it comes to a match that was put together in like 3 or 4 days probably, and you had a simple storyline built in from the pre-show where Velveteen Dream was talking to the Dashabat, and pretty much was like, look, I'm gonna knock the knockout artist out. I'm gonna knock the knockout artist. No, that's right. I'm going to knock out the knockout artist in less than 30 seconds. And that was pretty much it. And then the match started. You had the crowd chanting 1, 2, 3, going along with the count. And he delivered a big blow that knocked Cassius down in like 25 seconds. He got all happy. And instead of going for the cover, the match continued. And they just continued to trade big blow after big blow. And you had the Velveteen Dream going in and doing all these like boxing jabs and all these big blows to Cassius, while Cassius was eating them and delivering his own. And it was just a fun time. And then you look at the women's title match, Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon. The whole match was revolved around, can Ember beat this UFC fighter who's, since she's been there for the past couple of weeks, has been destroying everybody who stepped in her way or she's pretty much wanted to. And they played off the arm injury that how Shayna stepped on Dakota's arm and pretty much put her out of action. She did the same thing to Ember Moon in this match. And the whole thing was, can Ember Moon fight back and not tap out to the armbar or any type of submission from Shayna Baszler? So she got in good position and finally got a roll up to get the win. And that was a really good, intense match for 5 or 7 minutes. And then we had the tag team match, which was AOP versus Undisputed Era. And like I said, the whole story was, well, how are these two smaller guys going to beat these two bigger guys? And they just played on that. And they had Akam get a leg injury early in the match, so they played on Akam's legs, and that ultimately came back and cost AOP the tag titles. Simple things like that. And then you had who am I missing? The Extreme Rules match between Aleister Black and Adam Cole, baby, which that by itself doesn't need anything. You just go back and watch that match, because words can't do that match justice from the things they did to each other. There's some notable spots. There was a time where Aleister Black was on the top rope. There was 2 tables set up on the outside. Adam Cole threw a chair at him. Aleister Black caught it, and he caught a super kick to the face. and he went through 2 tables. There was two chairs set up in the ring, back to back, not like how they normally have it with like the 2 seats or connected together so you can like put them through it and it doesn't hurt. No, they had the 2 backs of the pointy end sticking up, and it was like who's going to suplex who on there. They brought in a ladder. It was just a good Extreme Rules match, and then they played up the whole that Samoa Joe said early in the pre-show panel he'd be disappointed if the Undisputed Era didn't get involved as an Extreme Rules match. You want everybody to go home with a victory, and you have a chance to do that. So they did that. Undisputed Era came out all bandaged, and they were thwarted by Sanity. So I don't know if Sanity's getting called up or whatever, but the whole point of that is simple storytelling, and then you go into the main event, which had to last all of like 35-40 minutes of just pure emotional. Can Johnny Gargano finally pull off the big one? And then he had his whole family there. He had little Johnny, he had Grandpa Johnny, he had Grandma Johnny, and Candice LeRae was there. I heard everybody chanting "Wifey Wrestling," and the whole thing was, can Johnny Gargano pull up this big upset, knowing that he's already lost to almost twice in a row? And was Tommaso Ciampa going to show up and either screw him or do something to cost him the match? But no, we only had Zelina Vega out there for the match. Wifey Wrestling was at ringside in the front row, and it was just this emotional thing. And every time, like around the end of the match, when Gargano was finally about to win, you had Vega come in, do her Hurricane and all that stuff, and you had Wifey Wrestling get mad and just take out the X Factor in Zelina Vega to no avail, because Johnny Gargano still lost the match. And Johnny Wrestling is so good at selling. It's look, the whole point is NXT last night is going to be 10 times better than what we get tonight. And let's finally get into what we're really here is the Royal Rumble matches. And we're going to start off with the kickoff show, which is Bobby Roode defending his U.S. title in a glorious open challenge. And this whole open challenge thing, it's fun when like 1 or 2 people say, oh, I'm going to do an open challenge, yada, 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 every once in a while. But if you're going to make everybody who gets a mid-card belt do an open challenge, don't you think that loses is, it's, como se dice, its luster, its appeal? It's like when you get an Extreme Rules match every week or something like that, it loses its appeal. So Bobby Roode's going to issue an open challenge. Who could it be? I hope it's Ty Dillinger or somebody. I just want to see a fun, good, or it's going to be a heel. I hope it's Rusev. Could it be Rusev and we get Rusev as the United States champion? Because today is Rusev Day. So, moving along, we're going to get Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus The Revival. Who knows? And I hate to say it, but who really cares? It's all 4 of these matches that I'm about to run through, or 3 of these matches, are all on the pre-show. So, The Revival, on the 25th anniversary of Raw, they got the jobber treatment by all of DX and the club. So, who knows? Will they get their revenge tonight? Hopefully, but who knows? So, I'm just going to go with The Revival, just because I hope they can pick up some momentum. Because how do you take a team like The Revival, who was tearing it up last year with DIY, or not even last year, it would be like 2016 with DIY, AOP, who else was down there, TM61, and he was just having all these classic tag team matches. And now, even though they were both suffered the injury bug, they're back and they're going to give him this jobber-like, ascension-like treatment, and that's not how you do a team like The Revival. Next up, we have a 6-man tag cruiserweight match, which will be Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik versus TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Kalisto is returning. I think most of these, I think all the luchadors in mask are returning, so they have to win, right? TJP's also, he's been on TV for a while. I don't watch 205 Live, so I don't know if he's been on there doing matches or a main event or anything like that. But to my knowledge, most of these guys are coming back, especially like Jack Gallagher. I believe 4 out of 6 of these people are coming back tonight. 2 on, whatever. I'm going with the people in the mask. So let's move on to the main card. Let's start off with the Women's Royal Rumble match. So, Ronda Rousey has been doing her best, her absolute damnedest, to try to make us believe that she's not going to be in this Rumble match. She's posting up pictures of her in Colombia shooting a movie with Mark Wahlberg or something like that. But we all know you can just take pictures and save them for like opportunities like this, like, oh, I need to swerve everybody, so let me take this picture, post it today, and then, you know, maybe people will stop thinking I'm going to be there. No, we're not that stupid, so you might be there and you might win. And another thing about this, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm already mad at this pay-per-view. I haven't even seen it yet. I'm already mad. So you got Stephanie McMahon on commentary and Maria Menounos. So is it going to be those two and the commentary team? Are there going to be like 10 people on commentary for this women's match? Because that's what it seems like. Because you know when they do these dual branded pay-per-views, they just don't get like Corey Graves. He's on both shows. So you can get Corey Graves to be the centerpiece of both shows. Michael Cole and Tom Phillips. They don't do that. They take all 6 of them and put them together. And then you're going to have these other 2 women. So are there going to be 8 people on commentary? Because I already don't like Byron. I already don't like the other black guy on the other show. Well, Booker T, the other black guy. I was thinking about Percy Watson. Percy Watson wasn't that bad last night. Nigel McGuinness wasn't there. But Percy Watson wasn't that bad last night. But Booker T, he's only good for a shucky ducky quack quack. And Byron's just there to be Corey's punching bag. I don't get it. Why not have Stephanie? No, not even Stephanie. Why don't you just have Lita and Renee Young call this match? I'd be fine with that. Or even you can have your 2 champions out there on commentary, because they don't really have to commentate the match. It's a Royal Rumble. All you have to do is throw people over the top rope, so there's really no hard moves to call. So you can have Renee Young out there with your 2 champions, and that can be the commentary team. Are they going to do that? No, because they don't have common sense. So they're going to have like 50,000 people on commentary, over-exaggerating this match. It's already been over-exaggerated. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble, to be honest, I wasn't asking for this. If anything, I wanted a women's Money in the Bank match and a women's Hell in a Cell. Not a women's Hell in a Cell. A women's Elimination Chamber. Only 2 stipulations that I want to see my women in. A Royal Rumble with 30 women, and half of them probably don't even know how to go over the top rope carefully or coordinate with that many women. Maybe that's why they've had so many. Maybe they've secretly been training them to coordinate with a whole bunch of different women. That's why we've always had like 6 women tags, 8 women tags over the past couple of months with the women, because they've been trying to get them to learn how to coordinate with each other when it comes to multiple people in a match. Is that really the case? Probably not, but we're going to hope and pray that is. Now, I'm not even going to go. Hold up, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause this. You're not even going to notice. So I'm about to get a list of all the women currently on the roster when it comes to WWE and NXT. So give me 1 second. Okay, I can't really find a list right now. So I'm just going to wing it. And I know there's at least about 10 women on each roster minus Paige, so 19. And I don't know who. And like NXT, you're probably gonna get 6 or 7 with like 4 or 5 return surprise entrances. So let's narrow it down to who could possibly win on each roster and go from there before we go into surprises. So if we're talking Raw, we got Asuka, and that's pretty much it. Because on Raw you have Asuka, Nia Jax, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Mandy Rose now, Sonya Deville, I think she's on Raw, Paige, but she can't wrestle no more, the champion Alexa Bliss, Dana Brooke, did I say Alicia Fox? So that's 10, minus Paige, so 9. So realistically speaking, on Raw, the only 2 women, 2.5. Sasha Banks is the half. Asuka and Nia Jax. On SmackDown, you have Becky Lynch, Naomi, the Riot Squad, so that's 5. Tamina, Lana, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but doesn't really matter because the only couple of people that can possibly win out of that is did I say Becky Lynch? I think it was the first person I said. But she's the only person I really want to win on SmackDown, Becky Lynch or Naomi. The only 2 women I care about other than Charlotte, the champion. So Becky Lynch really needs a good, decent showing in this match because poor Becky, I think she was hurt for a little while, so they had to take her off TV for about a couple of weeks or a month. And last year, she was pretty much put on the back burner and was just enhancement talent. But Becky Lynch is probably one of the best women they have on the main roster, and they need to start doing something with her. And Naomi is just good, just all around good, but I don't see her getting it. Oh, and I forgot Carmella, but she's also Miss Money in the Bank. So can you really have her win? That'd be pretty cool if she won the Royal Rumble match and had the briefcase. You know how funny that would be? If Carmella won the Royal Rumble, right? Kept her briefcase all the way to WrestleMania, where she's going to get the opportunity, gets herself disqualified with her Royal Rumble match win, and she just goes on an assault with like weapons, chairs, kendo sticks, and all that stuff on whoever's the current champion, whether it's Charlotte or whoever gets the belt before then. Oh, and Natalya, she's on SmackDown too, but she's not winning. So Carmella, she wastes her opportunity at Royal Rumble, and she just obliterates the current champion, and then she cashes in Money in the Bank to win the belt. I would love Carmella forever if she did that. She already broke up with Cass, so that's one step up. So I would really enjoy seeing that. You just build up Carmella as this, like, she's basically untouchable right now. If she won the Royal Rumble and had the Money in the Bank, that'd be great. But realistically speaking, I would love to see either Naomi or Becky Lynch win from SmackDown side of things, but I don't think they're gonna win because I just have Asuka winning. I don't care about Ronda Rousey. I don't care about any returning superstars. I don't care about anybody else. NXT, you have a couple of call-ups. You have the beautiful people. The iconic duo, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay. Who else is down there in the women's division? Nikki Cross. Dakota Kai's hurt. Blah, blah, blah. The only 3 relevant ones that you really want to see in this match that really aren't doing anything this weekend are the iconic duo and Nikki Cross. And then you have a couple of returns and surprises, and all that good stuff. But realistically speaking, the only person we want to win this match is Asuka, because she's the only one that really anybody cares about. Because that's how you've treated these women over the past year. Nobody cares about the women. How can you care about a division when all you do is put them in the same matches every week, every week, every week? And then somehow you get a number one contender out of all that crap, and then it just wash, rinse, and repeat. So you've given me no reason to care about these women. Only one I care about is Asuka, is because I been there since win number 1, and I'm going to be there till win number she loses. So Asuka is my pick to win. If I had to have a wild card pick, it would be Carmella, just because of the little situation I thought of before, and Becky Lynch. Only 3 women I would want to win that is currently signed on the main roster. We spent a lot of time on that one. So let's quickly move on to the tag team match. You have Seth Rollins with Raw tag team match. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus The Bar, Sheamus, and Cesaro. Apparently Jordan is hurt, so let's just get him off of TV for a while and put the belts back on The Bar, which I also find funny because Sheamus is also working through this injury that could actually take him out of action or make him retire by the end of 2018-2019. So it's funny, you have 2 people who technically shouldn't be wrestling tonight. And that's another situation with the handicap match with AJ Styles and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So get the belts off the Champions Club, or that what Jason Jordan calls themselves, and put it back on The Bar, and let's be done with that. Then you have the other tag team title match, which is going to be 2 out of 3 falls. The Usos versus American Beta, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. This should be a good one. This is probably going to be match of the night, to be honest. The Usos have a proven track record of pay-per-view show-stealing matches. Like, over the past year and a half, if they've been on the pay-per-view, they have the match of the night. And I don't see that ending now, especially when you put them in the ring with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. Best 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team titles. Yeah, that's going to be good. So, who do I think is going to win? Unless something happens in the Jimmy Uso DUI situation, I wouldn't take the belts off of them just yet. I will wait a little bit longer so you can put it on the Bludgeon Brothers. But we'll see what they do. I would hope the Usos win 2-1. So that's with that. Then we're gonna go on to the handicap match. AJ Styles, the champion, WWE champion, versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens has a back injury, which they kind of played up on. I think they try to say it was a leg injury on TV, but I think it's his lower back or something, and a couple of other nagging injuries. So this is pretty much Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles for WWE title, with Kevin Owens on the apron. And this match is going to be good. And the fact that Sami Zayn actually won the match with the Blue Thunder Bomb, I'm already happy. Sami Zayn is already a winner in my book because he won a match with the Blue Thunder Bomb. And AJ Styles is going to win because Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about it, but Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Royal Rumble. Lord, do you hear me? I don't ask for much. And I know this is the most stupidest thing to ask for. But can I have this little nugget? Just this one little nugget? Can I have Shinsuke? Please? AJ Styles is going to win this match. It's going to be a really good match because it's AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Or like I said, Sami Zayn versus Styles. So AJ has to win. If AJ doesn't win, I'm going to be completely befuddled. Because the last time I think we saw a won a title champion, I think it was Lay Cool. Back when the butterfly belt was still around. I think they did it with both belts, didn't they? They did it with both belts. They had the original women's belt, the egg, and you had the butterfly. And I think they did it with both of those. They just cut it in half and just one of them had one half and the other one had the other half. So that'd be kind of cool if they did something like that. I just don't see it happening. Would I love to say, in some way, shape, or form, Sami Zayn was WWE champion? Yeah, I'd love to say that. But I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Then we have the triple threat match. Brock Lesnar, the champion. Kane and Braun Strowman. This is going to be a complete mess because Kane is like 1,000 years old. Braun Strowman has already lost to Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar is just, I hate to say it because everybody else has been saying it, pretty much keeping the belt warm for Roman Reigns. And it just gets more blatantly obvious and obvious as they keep going on. It'd be different if, like, there was these small breaks between Brock Lesnar title reign over the past, since he won it from Goldberg. But it's been consistent of him, and he hasn't really been there to do anything. So it's just like, where's the Intercontinental Championship? Where is it? I just realized The Miz isn't defending his belt on this show. So is he in the Royal Rumble? Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to overthink this. But when it comes to the triple threat match, Lesnar better pin Kane if Braun Strowman is not pinning Kane. It's either between Strowman and Lesnar, and I don't see Strowman winning it because of this whole Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania situation that we've known about since 2015-16. So I don't see that changing unless they're going to have a small break in between where Braun Strowman actually wins the belt. Or they do like a reverse thing where Braun Strowman wins the belt, he keeps it for a little while, Roman Reigns wins it from Strowman, maybe at Elimination Chamber or something like that, and then Brock Lesnar comes in and get his rematch at the Royal Rumble, so you still get that Lesnar Reigns match that you want. But no, because then that gives Roman, either way, Roman's going to get the belt at WrestleMania unless something changes. You have all these now you have these alleged steroid allegations, blah 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 blah, which I don't understand how that would hurt Roman Reigns now if the allegations are from like maybe a year or two ago, and he says he's been passing all his drug tests since his last charge maybe like a year or two ago. So I don't understand how could that affect Roman Reigns now. It's not like an Enzo Amore situation where he just didn't tell WWE what was going on. And I don't think they'll fire Roman Reigns. I think they'll do like they did Randy Orton and make some new type of policy to make sure he can stay on the roster and do what he needs to do for Vince while Vince is still there before he goes off into Dreamland with this XFL situation. And hopefully sometime soon Vince realizes, hey, I can't do both of these things. I'm going to give this company to somebody else. So that's all I'm hoping for. That's really all I'm hoping for. I hope we can get past, like, I'm not even mad at the whole Roman Reigns situation anymore. I just want it over with. I'm just tired of it. I just want it over with because this has stagnated the whole product on Raw. Because when you have a belt, your main title, which is still new, that belt is still only less than 2 years old, that Universal title. You would think you would want somebody there to defend it every month so you can put a little bit of prestige behind it. But no, that's not what they've done. They've held it hostage ever since they took it off Kevin Owens. They took it off Kevin Owens and put it on Goldberg, who can only wrestle in short bursts at a time. Then you took the belt off Goldberg and put it on Lesnar, and Lesnar shows up when he wants to. It dumbfounds me, as you can see. It dumbfounds me. So let's move on to this men Royal Rumble match. I already told you who I want to win, Shinsuke Nakamura. But let's look at all the likely candidates who can win this match. A, Roman Reigns, because he has that match with Lesnar coming up. But I don't think it's going to be a Raw superstar, just because they have the Elimination Chamber coming up, and that can be their catalyst to getting a main event shot at Mania. So I don't think it's going to be a Raw superstar, but we're just going to play devil's advocate and put Raw and SmackDown in there. You have Roman Reigns, you have John Cena, you have Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, which I still don't see. When I say Daniel Bryan, I really mean Shane McMahon. You have one of those two who can possibly win, just to make the other one more pissed off, and have them do some type of storyline where they have to defend their WrestleMania spot, and they lose it, and then those two have a match at Mania if Daniel Bryan gets cleared to wrestle again. Who else is there? I said Shinsuke Nakamura. You can have Braun Strowman re-enter the match and win it, or enter the match even after his bout with Lesnar, because we've seen that done before. Remember Roman Reigns a couple of years ago or last year? Triple H is always a candidate to win because he can just pop up at any time. Who else is there that can quite possibly... And you have I was going to say you can have people, somebody like EC3 or somebody like that. Some of those people who showed up last night at NXT show up. I was thinking Gargano could show up, but what happened after that was Tommaso Ciampa popping him in the back with a crutch. I don't think that's happening. Who else down there? Cassius Ohno could pop up. I don't know. I just really want Shinsuke Nakamura to win. It just makes sense. You have AJ Styles and you have Shinsuke Nakamura. You have them on the same roster. Why not put them in a match at WrestleMania? Doesn't that just make sense? And I know this is Vince thinking is like, oh, I'm not going to have these two indie people, these two people that I didn't build, main event my show. So it's probably going to be, oh, and Randy Orton. Did I say Randy Orton? Yeah, I did say Randy Orton, because Randy Orton is always a possibility to win something. But there are rumors out there that say he wants to skip this WrestleMania season and just take a break. So I hope that happens. Because the less I get of Orton now, the more I like him. So that's a possibility. Who else could possibly win this match? We said The Miz is Intercontinental Champion, and they say he's going to be fighting Braun Strowman at Mania. I hope that's not real. Who else? Did I say Finn? Finn Balor could win, and he could jump ship over to SmackDown, bring the club with him, and have them feud with AJ Styles. I wouldn't take that. I would take that too. Either Finn and AJ or Nakamura AJ at WrestleMania for the WWE title. Both of those are fine with me. But those are the only two names that I really want to win. Samoa Joe's injured. He would have been my third pick. But in my heart of hearts, I've had Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Royal Rumble ever since Shinsuke Nakamura got on the roster. Or it was either Shinsuke or AJ. AJ's the champion, so Shinsuke has to win it. Sami Zayn, he could re-enter himself in the match and try to get another opportunity. That'd be a good one. AJ versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, and you just let them two go out there and you can show that Sami Zayn is a main eventer. That'd be a good one. Who else could win? Those are your real only options for credible winners. But I think the top three favorites right now are Cena, Reigns, Nakamura, and in fourth place will be Orton. So We're going Nakamura. We're just going Nakamura. We're all praying. Let's all collectively send our spirit bomb energy to Nakamura so he can go Super Saiyan and just knee the hell out of everybody. Oh, Ty Dillinger. That'd be funny. I want Ty Dillinger to be in the match, period. I know he's in the match. I just want him to do good in the match. Bobby Roode could still be in there, but he's not going to win because he's United States champion. Excuse me. I can go through all the names, but only one that sticks out to me who needs it the most is Shinsuke Nakamura, because he's essentially been, I don't want to say buried, but miscast and misutilized ever since he's been on SmackDown. Well, that's everybody from NXT. Everybody's been miscast and misutilized, but when you have somebody like a Shinsuke Nakamura, who is essentially your diamond in the rough for somebody who can deliver great matches and the crowd can get behind, how do you not take that and do something with it? But instead, you give Jinder Mahal a 6-month title reign. Mind melted, blown, and obliterated. You have Shinsuke Nakamura on the same roster as Jinder Mahal. Was it like some type of joke? Did Vince say, like, look, we're going to flip a coin. Heads, Nakamura. Tails, Jinder Mahal. We're going to flip a coin. Whoever wins gets a title reign. And then tails never fails, so it's Jinder Mahal. And everybody started laughing, ha ha ha. And then Jinder Mahal wins the Battle Royal, and then the next week he beats Orton for the title. And it's like, oh shit, that coin toss was serious. That's the only way I can see Jinder Mahal winning anything, is with a coin toss. It's like, okay, who are we going to push next? We have AJ Styles, we have Sami Zayn, we have Kevin Owens, we have Ty Dillinger, we have Jinder Mahal. Who in their right minds, when you list out those 5 or 6 names I just said, and then how does Jinder Mahal stick out just enough that you don't want to make him a tag champion, you don't want to make him Intercontinental champion, United States champion, Cruiserweight champion, NXT? No, I won't even play him in NXT. You can just like bring it back, the European belt, give him like a trophy or something. No, you want to make him your main champion on a brand that needs a star to be your champion, and you give it to Jinder Mahal instead of Shinsuke Nakamura. You owe Shinsuke. Y'all owe Shinsuke a 4-year title run. Y'all owe Shinsuke a lot. A man who helped carry NXT, one of New Japan's like favorites, indie darling, and you pass him up for, I can't fathom that. I can't. I don't understand. What universe is? I say all that because it's a strong possibility that Jinder Mahal could win the Royal Rumble after saying all that. Oh my lord. But Lord, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke, I feel like I did this before. I feel like I prayed for Nakamura to win like twice, and he got beat by Jinder. We're 40 minutes into this, and I feel like I've been rambling. But I feel like I made some valid points as well. I'm sad now. I made myself sadder for this pay-per-view because Jinder Mahal could possibly win this. We were all worried about Roman Reigns. But Jinder Mahal is right there. Unless he wins the U.S. title against Bobby Roode in the pre-show. I'm done. Everything's in the description. I can't.